Hello and welcome to our Tuff Cookie podcast. Today we've got a special guest. We've got Ashlea today. Ashlea is a member for quite a while, so over a year together. And when Ash first joined the Toner Club, you joined the Reset Challenge, and you said I'm just here for the ride and let's see what happens. And since then a lot of things happened, didn't it, Ash? Yeah. So could you tell us a bit more, because your journey is going far beyond just being in Toner Club. So when the journey, fitness, weight loss, building strength, confidence started for you? And when did you decide to make a change?
Do you mean like way back? Or do you mean,
yeah. Very first, but yeah.
Okay. So I was probably the skinniest that I'd ever been at age 16. And then very, very quickly by age 18, 19, I was the heaviest that I've ever been. Mm-hmm. I think I weighed in at something like 17 stone, and it was at uni. I didn't realize. I know it sounds silly. I didn't realize that I weighed 17 stone. Mm-hmm. It was not until my friend said, "Why don't you come with me to Weight Watchers?" And I was a bit like, well, I might, I'll come with you, kind of thing. Mm. And my journey began by going to Weight Watchers when I was 19 years old and stepping on that scale, and I was just in complete shock, which scared me so much. And within a very short space of time, through fear of eating, I lost about 3 stone.
Wow.
I lost 3 stone between October 2010, I think it was, until March 2011. I lost 3 stone, and sort of over the next couple of years, I'll kind of like put it on. So between October 2010 and sort of October 2015, I was sort of on and off Weight Watchers for a while. I know Weight Watchers has a bad rep now, and I can kind of see that for what it is, but at the time it was very valuable in terms of showing me portion control. It taught me how to cook, so I'll never regret that. But then October 15 is when I tried something different, and my personal trainer at the time set me a low carb diet, and that worked. That was very successful, but I couldn't stick to that. Was not sustainable. I couldn't stick to that one long term. I was very into my fitness. Sort of 2016, I'd say, was my peak. Kind of gym, running half marathons, training with a personal trainer. I pretty much lived at the gym. Mm. And then 2017, I kind of started my career, and all of a sudden I was working shifts, so I couldn't make my classes anymore. And the fitness kind of started to drop off. The diet started to drop off. 2019 is when I got Reggie, so leaving him at home for long periods of time to go to the gym weren't an option anymore. I couldn't go to work all day, come home and then leave him and go to the gym again.
Reggie's your dog?
Reggie's my dog, yeah.
Just in case, because
sorry, yeah.
So, obviously I know that, but yeah, not everyone may know that.
Yeah, Reggie's he's my baby.
That's it,
yeah. So yeah, various kind of life events have happened, and ups and downs and changes and stuff like that. But I've kind of, since I started back in 2010, I've kind of always had an awareness about fitness and dieting, I suppose. But one thing I've never done, I've never been one for like juice diets or egg and grapefruit or whatever the
Detoxes
list.
and
Yeah, never been one for those at all. I just like food too much. I've always maintained a certain level of fitness, and I've always been aware to kind of make healthier meals for myself. So yeah, like I think then eventually I'd kind of gotten to a point where I was not happy again. So yeah.
Why were you not happy? Because you put on weight that you've lost, because your life has changed, or in general you didn't feel happy in yourself because you were just not having as much fitness in your life and that was not there? What was the reason where?
I think looking back a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, it was sort of around a time when I was kind of bored at work. I was looking for a challenge, but I felt overlooked. I wanted more opportunities that weren't coming to me. I'd kind of lost that fitness. I'd gained a bit of weight. I was feeling depressed and anxious and not really knowing why. I was single. I'd been diagnosed with IBS. I sought counselling and I was going through, nothing really had changed, no trigger, but I just felt flat, I felt stuck, I felt just, I felt a bit low in general, just all areas of my life. I lived on my own. I lived on my own, yeah. I had Reggie. Reggie's kind of been a constant since I've got him, but everything else in my life just wasn't, I don't know what the word is, fulfilling.
Yeah.
At that time.
What has changed then since then, Ash? A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Or what change you made? Or what changes did you make since then? Because obviously you feel differently now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel now? Let's start with that.
Feel good now. I feel great, yeah. Everything's, apart from work, I'm still in the same job and doing the same role, but everything's kind of looking up. So I went on like a training course with work, and it was to do with well-being in the workplace. And at first it was teaching us things that I thought I really already knew about and understood. Obviously, she talked about sleep, she talked about mental health, she talked about physical health. And then she moved on to talking about diet, and I thought, oh, I know all this, I've been around the block. She started talking about calories, but then she said it in a way that I've never heard it phrased before. So she used the analogy of money, and she asked us all as a class, she said, if I or someone was to give you £20 a day, would you spend the full amount each day, or would you spend a little less during the week so that you'd have more to spend on a weekend? And everybody in the class said they'd save money, like they'd spend a little less. And she's like, well, why don't you do that with calories? Like, why don't we do that? Why don't we look at it that way? And nobody's ever said that to me like that before. And it was just a light switch like that. And I just thought, you know what? I've been looking at this wrong. I've been looking at this like, I'm on a diet, I'm off a diet. I'm on a diet, I'm off a diet. I need to look at this long term. I need to live a healthy lifestyle. And sometimes it's good to look at the long term, sometimes it's good to look at the short. But in this case, I thought, I need to stop focusing on the day to day and look at overall. So I started with my long-term goal of I want to be a healthy person and live this healthy lifestyle. That's who I want to be. That's what's important to me. And my short-term goal that I set for myself there and then was just, I want to be really honest with myself about what it is that I'm eating, what am I putting in my body, and what exercise am I doing. Because we all get so complacent sometimes. We might think we know.
Mm-hmm.
We might think roughly we're getting this many calories. We're burning this many calories. But when you start writing it down and tracking it, you're like, oh,
yeah,
maybe I've been eating more than what I should have. So the first step was track honestly.
Yeah.
And then the second step was, I'm going to set myself a goal of 2,000 calories a day. And that was purely based on this generic, women should eat around 2,000 a day, men should eat 2,500 a day. And I thought, if you just aim for that to begin with, just aim for that. And that's what I did. And it seems so obvious. And it seems so, well, I've known this all along.
Simple, isn't it?
Yeah. But until you're ready to make that change and start doing those
commitment.
things, yeah, I can't explain how much clarity that training session brought to me. And that's probably what changed my...
What was the breakthrough moment for you?
Yeah,
to change the rest and then spiral with the rest of the positive changes.
Because that was the last week of August last year. And then I think your reset challenge was September.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, let's give it a go. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And then I think I was posting on Instagram, you had that raffle.
Yes. You won a prize.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it was, right, you're in the Turn Up Club. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And that was over a year ago.
Yeah. How did you manage exercise before joining the Turn Up Club? So before you won the raffle, before you did the reset? Because that's the nutrition side and counting calories, tracking calories, being honest. So that helped you with the weight loss side. What about exercise side? And how did that look like, or what you've done before, tried before? Obviously, you've tried personal training, you've done fitness in very, very past, but recently, before you joined in the Turn Up Club, how did that look?
Well, I've not been to the gym. We were talking about this just last night. I've not been to the gym since COVID, since the lockdown. Something about being in the gym, even when the restrictions lifted, just didn't sit right with me. Indoors, air conditioned, no windows to open, and fresh air coming in, and people that don't clean equipment. So from then I'd kind of started to buy the odd set of weights, the odd kettlebell. My mum bought me a yoga mat for Christmas last year that I'd asked for. And I kind of built up my equipment to like do stuff at home. And that was largely the Body Coach app, Courtney Black.
Yeah.
And they were kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. I found Body Coach too easy. And I found Courtney Black too hard. Because she was crazy. And for 45 minutes in a day, which is quite a long time, I thought. And Joe Wicks was I've got this new program for beginners, and we're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to build up, and we're going to do burpees every day. And I don't know. And with those kind of apps, it's great. You pay a monthly subscription, you get access to all these videos, but then who's keeping you accountable? to check on you if you're doing these workouts or not. Who's going to say, how did you find that? How did you get on with it? You know, I can't drop a message to anyone and say, have you done the workout yet? Did you find it hard? Are you hurting from yesterday?
Yeah, I bet there's millions of people on there using those apps, so you become one of millions, isn't it, in the sea of the other users, like app users, not users, other users.
Well, Joe Wicks isn't talking to you, and Courtney Black's not talking to you.
I never tried any of them apps, to be fair, so I can't say, but I did think that they may have communities to support each other, but I don't really know what's the vibe of it.
Probably, but probably there's pros and cons, and I'm not here slagging them off. You know, if that's what works for people, that's fine. You know, and doing something is better than doing nothing for sure. But I don't know, going from the gym where I was going to classes 4 or 5 days a week for up to 2.5 hours at a time, doing back-to-back spin classes and boxing and HIIT and all of these classes. You have the same group of people that are doing them, and you build that kind of social community. And I built a friendship group at the gym. I met you at the gym.
We met in the gym, a while back. Yes,
I know. And I would see my friends there, and it would be more of a catch up, and we'd work hard. But then going from that to a stranger behind a screen, and nobody's doing that with you. Well, that you know of. You wanna make it a bit more social. I think it's just because of what I was used to, I suppose. Even personal training 1-on-1, you have that rapport with your trainer. So I think I've always been used to having exercising as a bit of a social thing as well.
How do you find structure in a tone-up club? Because I believe in Courtney's app and the Bodies Coach app, they don't really create your structure and schedule, and that doesn't go on your calendar in a form. I'm not sure if it does, but do you get that kind of structure built in and the progression within, and knowing what day you're doing what, and being able to ask questions, okay, how can I change this exercise? Oh, I'm struggling with this. How can I, do you get that opportunity as well? Or is it more just like a pick and choose?
You know, it's been that long.
What is it?
It's been that long, but I never really felt like I was working towards something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like in Turn-Up, I know that I've got a 6-week block. I know that it's progressive, and that within each exercise you've got kind of like beginner, intermediate, advanced on some of them, not all of them. But if you want to challenge yourself, you can then increase weights. And I think there probably was some kind of structure or progression behind it, but I never saw. I never could predict where that was going.
Yeah. So do you feel you've built some strength since joining last year?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You better say you did.
For sure.
Because otherwise you're going to be picking up them kettlebells.
Well, it's a test.
That's it. That's why it's on your side, and that's why you're on this chair to test you how heavy.
I prefer that chair.
No, it's too late. So when you look back, Ash, because a lot of women, I feel like they struggle with low motivation and lack of time and stress, especially like you work on shift patterns, you work sometimes a lot of days in a row, and that can be tiring, that can impact your mood, energy levels, motivation. So it hits you quite a lot. How do you manage that? How do you manage to maintain your routine? And despite the way you feel?
It kind of, everything just works in terms of, I know that if I get up every morning at 5 o'clock, if I'm working days, if I'm working a day shift, I know that I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I know that I have to be out the door with Reggie at 5:30 to walk him. And then I have my 10-15 minutes where I just have my little espresso and that's my little moment. And then I think, right, it's time to work out now. So I'll do my workout, I'll shower and I'll go to work. And it's like, it's very structured. It's a little less structured when I work afternoons, but I know that I do struggle with fatigue. But I know that I have the most energy in the morning when I wake up. So whether I'm off or whether I'm working in the afternoon, some of the first couple of things that I will do in the morning, number one is work out, and number two is walk Reggie. I think I am at an advantage in having the responsibility of Reggie, because Reggie gets me out walking no matter what the weather's saying, no matter whether it's light, dark, winter, summer. Reggie gets me out of the house walking.
Yeah.
And I think he's a lifesaver in so many ways, but in that way, in getting me out of the house, whether I'm fatigued or not.
You need to go, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't have a choice.
It's like some of the women's got children, and they need to look after them, take them to places and prepare lunch. So they need to wake up to get them ready for school, then they need to pick them up from school. So it's like one of them things where this is your responsibility and you do it no matter what. Yeah. And no matter what your energy. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I was reading through your questions, I was having to think about them earlier. And one of the things that I remember, so before I joined Reset and just before Tone Up Club, I think you were still recording lives at like 6:10 in the morning or something.
Yes, we were doing lives on that time.
And I just remember thinking, there's no way. I said, I walked Reggie at the time. I walked Reggie between 6 and 6:30 before work. There is no way I can get up any earlier. And at the time, I was setting my alarm at 5:20. And I thought, I'll just set it at 5. It's 20 minutes. I'm going to be tired regardless of whether it's 5, 5:20, 5:45. I'm going to be tired. And I was surprised at how much I've stuck to that, from thinking, I can't possibly get up any earlier and do that workout because I've got this to do, I've got that to do. But just those 20 minutes in the morning, just, I don't know why it works, it just does.
That was one of my questions, because once you're in a routine, it's easier because you're already waking up, it's a part of your day. And then if you stack your habits, so if you're walking Reggie and then doing the workout, if everything's got its order, you kind of, you're just sliding in that habit in between. So we know that habit creation formula. But if you're just starting and you've not done anything for a few years and you're starting from scratch and somebody say like to you, oh, wake up now, 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, do your 20 minutes workout, you think like, it's not going to happen, is it?
I said it to you. I'm like, I can't possibly do that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Just like today when you said that.
Yeah. I don't know. And I do it. I don't know how. A habit, like you said.
Was it hard in the beginning then? Or did you find it like, okay, it is what it is, I'm just doing it because I'm committing to do it? Or
I just did it.
Yeah.
And then like the more that you keep doing something, the more it just becomes automatic that you do that. And now it's become a bit of a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Especially when people talk about managing fatigue and they're like, well, tell me about your day, what's your routine? And I'll tell them I'll get up in the morning at 5 and I'll walk Reggie and I'll do my workout and I'll go to work. And they were like, well, have you thought about not doing that? And I'm like, no, because that's my routine.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there are rest days. I don't do that.
Yeah, because obviously we've got usually 4 workouts, 20 minutes in total club. So that leaves you at least 3 days where you can just be flexible unless you move the workouts around and you double the workout on one day. Then you can have even more than that. So there is an option. So it's not like we're working out every day at that time, isn't it? Saturday, Sunday.
No.
I'm not that evil.
No. But yeah, that's in terms of the structure of Turn Up. I know that there's 4 workouts a week. I know that every workout will be 20 to 30 minutes. I know that it's going to be a 6-week program of progressively, harder workouts. And in my head, because I know what's coming and I've told myself what's coming, and you just kind of get on with it. There's no surprises. I know that all I have to do is those 20 to 30 minutes of workout. I know that will make me feel better. It will make me feel energized, and over a longer period of time, obviously, it has helped me get stronger and feel stronger. So in terms of structure, it's really quite clear cut, and there's, like I said, no surprises.
There's always a surprise because you never know what's going to come in a workout, isn't it? No surprises that you expect them workouts. But sometimes they can be a bit more spicy than the others.
Spicy, yes. But I know it's not going to be right. You're going to do 100 burpees.
No, we don't. We very rarely do the burpees, isn't it? It's very much built around building strength and confidence and keeping mobile. And as we age, we just need to maintain our muscles, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So it's not about the burpees. We may get odd workout here and there, but there's always alternative as well for the ones who don't really do burpees because not everybody likes to do it or is not capable of doing it either way. So there's always an option for someone who's just starting, and someone like you who is very far in the fitness journey.
Yes, I think I've done my full quota of burpees for my lifetime now.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ash, when you look back, what is your biggest achievement? What you're the most proud of achieving? It can be fitness, health, wellness.
I think this time around, it's not just about losing weight. It's not about doing the workouts. It's about the knowledge, I suppose, that I've gained in the last year as well, and living this lifestyle that I've been living. I'm just so keen to carry on learning more. And I've read books and newsletters, and I've listened to podcasts, and I've followed different people online, and I've spoken to people like yourself.
And you started your own blog.
I started my own blog, yeah. I think the more that I learn and the further along this journey that I go, if I can influence other people, if I can encourage someone else to take a piece of what I'm doing and implement that in their lives, I think that's a big achievement, to have a positive impact on the people around me, and to kind of say, hey, it's not easy and it's kind of a struggle, but here are the benefits of doing it, and they're quite good. Some good benefits.
Indeed, yeah.
I think, if someone else can take away a little piece of what I've learned, then that's an achievement.
Yeah, that's quite unusual. I thought you were going to say like, oh, I've lost that much weight. Oh, I've done that, because I would be like, but it's not about weight loss, isn't it? At the end of the day, like when you look now back and you look where you are at this place, the weight loss lose its importance, I suppose, like up to a certain point, because your focus is starting to be, you're directing your focus in a different area of your life. And then the weight loss is just side effect of your daily routines and habits and looking after yourself and prioritizing your health and wanting to be a healthier person, because that's what you said. So like weight loss, as much as it's still there and it's happening, you don't really connect yourself with that as your main goal or achievement or anything that you obsess over. No.
It was never, even though I started off obviously by saying about the 2,000 calories and about tracking and stuff like that, weight loss was never the goal. And I never said to myself, I want to lose this much weight. You know, I just wanted to focus on being a healthier person and living a healthy lifestyle. And the weight loss has not been linear. I've weighed myself, you know, throughout, not obsessively. And if I see like fluctuation on the scales, I don't think, what's the point? I failed. I'll give up. Compared to in the past, you know, and this is where the problems with Weight Watchers comes, is that I was taught from quite a young age that if you put a pound, half a pound on, you're a failure, you've done bad.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to think, oh, I've failed, what's the point? Then that's when you start to give up on yourself. But this time it's just been, well, so what? It's a pound. I'm sure that'll come off again. And there was a point, I think, at the beginning of the year, I remember, where I just hit a plateau in terms of weight. And I went thinking, oh, well, the scale's not going down, therefore I must not be doing as well as what I was. I've lost a stone since then. I
remember when you messaged me and said like, oh, Paula, I hit the plateau, what should I do? And then I advised you, and then like with time you just like persevered with doing the things that you're doing, and then you've started seeing the weight loss again. But if you didn't have anyone to reach out at that point for assurance, to have that encouragement, I think it'll be like hard, because you see like, oh, nothing is changing. I'm just like, is that it now? So you may start reverting back, because think like, oh, my body stopped responding to it. Or my metabolism is broken now because I've dieted for so long. So nothing is going to change now. But obviously you haven't, because you've reached out, you've got us. Don't close for support, and you persevered, and you are where you are, inspiring others now.
Well, hopefully.
You are, definitely you are. You're very active in our group chat.
I know. Well, I just I like the group chat.
You like the group chat?
Yeah, I hope people aren't.
What do you like about the group chat? They're not going to block you in there. Or...
They might do. They might mute it because of me.
What do you like about our group chat, Ash?
I just like checking in on everyone and being like, I think I'm being like, trying to be positive and uplifting, and, you know, morning everyone, and have a good day, whatever it is you're doing. And if you're going on a walk, enjoy. If you're doing the workout, let me know how it is, and I hope you're not burning from yesterday's workout. But it's not just about that either. It's like the nature photographs now in that chat. Wow, they're incredible. And we get photographs of baking as well. You know, it's not pictures of salads all the time, is it?
No, apple crumble scones.
Yeah. Apple crumble pancakes.
And that's it, pancakes. But at least it's living a real life, isn't it? We're not really promoting, oh, let's eat salad leaf and count calories. This one's got 200 calories. We show like, you can still have that whilst you're keeping yourself healthy and moving around and doing things. It's just a part of your life, 80-20, isn't it?
Exactly.
And I think that takes the pressure from the ladies who are there just starting, and they may not feel comfortable with yet this idea. So they feel like, you know, like if, for example, if I will share my pancakes, like, oh, because in the past I remember when a lot of people thought I'm eating super healthy. I don't eat any pancakes or any things that would be, I don't know, ice creams, whatever. But now when I'm sharing, it's like, I think now everybody get used to it when I share things like that, when I eat scone or I eat pancakes, like I'm just eating like a normal person. So I'm not on any special diet or anything like that to maintain myself. It's basically just being
you can still
mindful.
You can still live a healthy lifestyle and enjoy what you eat.
Definitely.
And like you said, it's about that 80-20. And also what you said as well, and it stays in my mind all the time, is just choose your indulgences.
That's it. It was in your mind when you were in Cornwall, wasn't it?
Yeah, both times. Yeah.
So what's next, Ash? What's your goal? Do you have any goals, aspirations? What is your where do you see yourself? What do you work on now towards something?
I'm just working on. I never set out with any goals or anything. I still don't have many goals other than to just carry on doing what I'm doing. October's coming up. My boyfriend's been away for 4 months now, working away. But he's going to take a month off, and we've got plans throughout October. We're going on holiday. Can't say any more than that because he doesn't know where we're going. But we're going on holiday. And we've got, I think, at least 3, maybe 4 meals out planned. So that's obviously a lot to manage. And just to make sure that I'm enjoying those occasions, but on the days where we're not doing anything special, just eating healthily again and making sure I do my workouts as well.
Do you find eating healthily a restriction and something that you have to do or something you don't enjoy? Or do you find eating healthy actually enjoyable?
It's not restrictive. I feel better for what I'm putting in my body. I am restricted in terms of my IBS dictates what gives me stomachache or makes me feel bloated. But generally, if I am eating a healthy diet, then my body feels comfortable and it's not restrictive. I've said before about I eat mince pies, I eat pizzas, I drink a lot of cider. I don't feel like
You need to give up something.
I don't need to give up. I've not. When I've turned things down, it's because I don't want it.
It's your choice. It's an empowered choice rather than feeling like you're restricting yourself and I can't have that.
Yeah, I've never told myself, no, you can't have that, or that is bad, or that's a cheat. You know.
Yeah.
In the past, I would have.
Yeah.
Said, oh, I might have a cheat day, or well, I've had one, so I might as well have the rest.
That's it, isn't it? That is one of the common ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 1 cookie, 2 cookies, 3 whole pack. Yeah. May as well. 1 slice of pizza, 2 all pizza. Yeah. I'll start tomorrow, fresh. Isn't it? Tomorrow is a day. I'll start next week.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Are you ready for questions? Yay, we got some spicy questions. So I'm
ready for questions.
That is it. Plenty of spicy questions.
Okay.
First question. If you could go back in time to the start of your journey, what would you tell yourself and why?
Just be kind. Just be kind. We can be our own worst enemies. We can be our own worst critics. And if you can, I suppose just I would have told myself to stop being so hard on myself. And just realise that, you know, it is difficult. It's not going to happen overnight. You are capable of doing stuff, and there's enough people in the world that can bring you down if you want to, and you don't have to be one of those people as well. I think, you know, whatever it is that's brought you to a place where you need to start a journey like that, whether that's weight gain or, you know, something, whatever's happened, just be kind to yourself about how you got there, where you are and where you're going. And yeah, cut yourself some slack.
That's a good one. Okay, let's go to the second question. Do you still suffer from anxiety, and has anything changed within?
I do get anxious from time to time. It's a lot better than what it was. I think, I don't know. Obviously, I went through a lot of counselling,
Yeah.
which helped with anxiety. And I think in time, you get to know what it is that triggers you, why it is that it's triggering, and you kind of learn to kind of step out of your body and say you're having this reaction because of X, Y, Z. And that only comes with time. And that's what it's taken, just recognition of what's happening in my body, ways to deal with it, and I suppose it's all connected, isn't it? Your diet and your exercise and your mental health as well. So that's obviously had a positive impact in that I'm eating better and moving more. So
do you feel you're less, like, despite being anxious, you can manage it better? Shall we say that this way?
Yeah, anxious less, and when it happens, much better at managing it.
That's good. Next question. Best book you read, and what did you get from it? I bet you expected this question. Tough one, isn't it? Because we're reading so many books and sharing so many things in the Tone Club.
I know.
With different books. There's always like some book inspiration going on in the club, so it's hard. So, best book you read, and what did you get from it? First thing that comes to your mind, that probably is the best. Whatever came first to your mind.
Okay, all right. The first thing that came to my mind was Atomic Habits. Is it James Clear?
James Clear, yes.
Clear, yeah. I read that book thinking, I really don't know what to expect from it. What's this all about? And then, mind blown. It just, that kind of explains, okay, this is how we build a habit and this is how we get rid of bad habits. And it's just set out really well in terms of ease of understanding, and anyone can pick that book up and take something away from it because it's quite universal. It doesn't apply to just weight loss, diet and exercise.
It can be any bad habit you've got or something that you tend to do, like reaching for the phone first thing in the morning, and you can put it further away, create more friction, isn't it? Giving
biting my nails. Biting my nails is something that was a bad habit that I've had for most of my life, and I've stopped that because I found ways and habits to stop me from doing
that. That's going to be for another podcast. For another podcast episode. That is a good choice of the book. I second that. It's a really good, valuable book.
Do you still have it?
I don't know. I still have it. What's your why, Ash? What is your why? Because we say in the Tone Club, for anyone who doesn't know what is why is you the reason why you're doing everything, the reason you get up in the morning. Obviously, you've got Reggie, but what is your why to be healthier? What is your why? Hard one. Isn't it? Hard question.
What is my why? I don't know.
Your why usually goes with your values. So what's important in your life? Why what you do is like, what do you value in your life? Why do you exercise? Why do you eat healthy?
I don't know. This one's really stumped me.
what gets you up out of the bed, because it's easy to like just break the habit not to do the exercise, not to lift up that kettlebell. Just like, I'll do it tomorrow. Or I just have a snack instead of having something healthy. I'm not going to meal prep tonight. I'm tired. I can go and on with examples like that. But you don't do that. You choose to meal prep. You choose to learn more. You choose to exercise in the morning, wake up 20 minutes earlier, even if it's like pitch dark, like it's very dark now. So we'll get you out. Yeah.
I have always enjoyed exercising. I love the rush that I get from like something high intensity or something challenging. That sense of achievement and that I've done something today. I've worked hard today. I've always liked that, and seeing progression as well. I think if you have something like that, you know, something that you can improve your performance, and then it kind of makes you feel like you're good at something. And I suppose when you lack confidence in other areas of your life, working out and exercising is always something that you can achieve in, I think. Even on your bad days, you can say, I've done it.
Yeah.
Exercise is always important, and especially since I've had Reggie, it's about having a responsibility and looking after a living, breathing thing, and knowing that I've got to get out no matter what. Diet, I just suppose like everybody else, I just want to feel better, I want to look better, or my best. I want to feel comfortable. I want to look in the mirror and you know, say nice things and believe those things when I say it. I value my body being able to do these things as well. For sure.
There you go. We found it.
I think so.
We found it. Sometimes it is. I told you some of the questions are tricky and some are hard as well and get you thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Next question. What was your original goal and what is your goal now? Obviously, you said that you don't really set the goals, but if you look back and you kind of answered it partially, because you said like in the past it was about weight loss, but now it's more about improving in the other areas in your life, isn't it? It's about inspiring others. So it's like now you're in a growth phase rather than being in a phase where you're just doing it for the any of look or any that type of reasons.
Yeah. I've never said, you know, this time around in last year, I've never said I want to lose this much weight or I want to lift this heavy.
Yeah.
You're
not very driven by the goal. You don't need a goal to get you to be driven, or you don't set them. You don't need them. As long as you see progression within and you continuously improve yourself, and then you can share it around.
Yeah, I think my goal is just to maintain what I'm doing. My goal is to not give up when I have a hard day. My goal is to always draw a line under bad days and get up out of the bed the next day and have a fresh attitude towards it. And my goal is to live a healthy life that I enjoy living, which sounds very broad and long term. And yeah, my goal is to spread the word, even just a little bit. If someone was to come to me and said, you know, I've seen you do X, Y, Z, and that really inspired me. That would mean the world. To know that I've done that for someone.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Oh, you must feel it all the time.
I know. I got a really nice message yesterday, so I can relate to that because I said to you that I've been crying yesterday because the message made me cry. I don't get many messages like that, just so you know. Usually I'm like, people swear at me for the workouts and how evil I am, queen of no mercy. So I get all the bad words usually. I don't get many of them. I think the good ones are behind them bad ones, but sometimes so.
Oh yeah, there's days when I'm surprised you can't hear me screaming from around the corner.
I can imagine that. Yeah. So I feel like I don't usually get that.
You do.
I know it's a kind of behind, isn't it? So but it's definitely a good feeling. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Who does inspire you? Ooh, that is another fun
one. It's always good to have people around you, whether it's a coach or a mentor or someone who shares values with you and you can look up to. So I've got so many like inspirational people in my life for different reasons, and like I look up to you in terms of obviously what you've done and how you've helped me and your outlook on life and the way you put out this holistic message, what you've built, and you've not just that, you've got your own house that you've decorated, and you've got.
Don't make me cry.
You've worked really hard, and before you were a personal trainer, you were an accountant, and that's really hard to do. But then you were like, oh, no, I'm gonna chase this goal instead, and you're just so focused and determined. I've got one of my best friends and my neighbour. She's just an all-round good at everything person, and you think, I just want to be like her. And not only that, she looks cool and she dresses cool and she does cool stuff and she knows everyone and she's kind and really thoughtful. And then I've got like career-driven friends, and I've got friends that have like been really successful in life, and I can pick and choose different parts of everybody around me that I want to take something from and have a little piece of that for myself. There's no one in my life I don't take inspiration from. So yeah, I think having good people around you and keeping those people close, that's kind of inspiring day to day in every aspect.
Oh, that's good. I thought like you're going to put just one name out there, James Clear or someone, or TJ Power, but you came with a more broader answer. Yeah. What was your original goal? Oh no, we've done that. What has inspired you that we've done this one? So let's go for this one. What is the one thing that keeps you showing up for yourself every day? We know, Reggie. It keeps you going even if you don't want to do things. But it's very similar to why question, isn't it?
Yeah. I think something that you said was quite interesting in that you fear the loss of something more than you would if you'd never had it. So now that I've made all this progress, to stop would feel like a setback or I don't want to use the word, but failure. And I suppose I keep going because I'm now in this routine and I'm reaping all the benefits and I'm feeling good. So if I stopped, then maybe all those feelings would stop as well. And maybe I'd go backwards. And, looking back at how I was this time, 13, 14 months ago. Do I want to go back to that person? No. No, I set out on this journey for a reason, and even though I don't really know my why.
It is just maybe
Yeah.
just be more broader than just one answer.
Yeah. Yeah, that gets me out of bed every morning, knowing that I can do it and that I want it and that I don't want to go back to
you don't want to roll back into the revert back. What has been the biggest change for you? What has been the biggest change for you? Obviously your body has changed, but apart from your physical.
I met my boyfriend back in February, and I don't recall a time yet where I felt shy in front of him. I don't recall feeling self-conscious or like
uncomfortable and
I don't care if the lights are on or off. We talk about weight loss and strength and exercise and stuff like that, but actually things that we probably don't think of straight away, in that intimacy is improving, confidence is improving, and he's obviously very complimentary and that helps, but it's not all coming from him, it's coming from me as well, that I just feel good in my body and I'm not afraid. Like on holiday, wearing a bikini.
I remember that.
At the spa, in a bikini.
I remember that as well.
Thinking, I don't care what you think of my body, whether that's just getting older and like thinking we've all got bits, But now I've just, I keep catching myself, because it's been over a long period of time that I've lost this weight and built this strength. You don't see it day to day, but every now and then I'll like catch myself in the mirror, or I'll go to put on something that fit me a year ago and I'll think, gosh, that's big, that's baggy. It's a good feeling to fit into stuff better, to fit into smaller clothes. It's not a good feeling when I have to buy new stuff and my bank account.
I wanted to say that, like recently when you bought yourself 3 coats, didn't you?
Yes, I had to buy 3 new coats because my other ones were just far too big. So yeah, it's a nice feeling to have shrunk and to have toned and to have got nice clothes now.
Yeah, that's it. And that's actually quite connected with another questions. We had a few other questions which are connected with confidence. On a range, on scale 1 to 10, how would you rate your confidence level? 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest.
I'd say maybe like an 8 or a 9. I'd probably rarely go as high as 10 because I'm not an overly confident person in all aspects, but as much as I can be, I think, 8 or 9. Confidence.
Well, very good. And do you think people treat you differently now that you're fitter? And if yes, in what way?
I've not really
noticed the change.
Noticed whether anybody treats me differently. No.
Okay, so we know. Does being fitter, or like in general, like as you lost body weight, make you more confident with your partner? And that's actually the question. This is not me. This is the question we got.
Wow, we've got some spicy group members.
I'll say it.
They are digging for
very tricky questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's just, I've never felt this way. I've never felt as at ease with a partner ever before. And no matter how skinny or fit I've been in the past, you know, when I've been on it at the gym or with diet and exercise, there's always been probably that mental thing in my head of you need to do better or you need to be skinnier or, you know, you're still not perfect. I'm not perfect now, but there's always been.
But like you said, like a little critique on the back of the head, isn't it?
That inner critic, and this, you know, this is kind of what I said about being nicer to myself. In that, I've never felt as good with a partner before ever, and I'm gonna listen to this, you know.
Okay, let's stop. Let's stop here then. Before you're going to share anything else, we've got 2 more questions, and they are quite interesting ones as well. So I've left them for the very end.
Okay.
Were there any people in your life that reacted negatively or questioned your choice to make the change?
No, I don't think I ever. So I kind of said to anyone, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna eat better and I'm gonna diet and lose weight. No, I've had the odd comments from people who I've worked with who have said, "You're too skinny now. You need to stop."
And how did you feel about that?
But it didn't affect me. I just thought, okay, carry on.
That's it.
I know that it's not always as easy as that, but these people aren't my close friends.
Yeah,
They're colleagues, and not even close colleagues either. They're people that see me around the building and probably see me quite infrequently, and 1 minute I'm heavier than I am, 1 minute I'm lighter than I am, and they think, "Oh, no, you're too skinny. You need to stop." I didn't let that affect me at all. No, I think.
Did you not get any hot comments when you were changing eating and you were starting eating healthy? Say someone saying like, "Oh, you eat healthy," or "Oh, that is very healthy, Ash," or did you not get any negative comments to your positive changes that you were making? Because that's quite common.
I think there were people that noticed when I was turning things down. Like, you know, it's the age old, go on, it's only one, you're not going to ruin anything.
One slice of cake is not going to kill you.
Yeah, it's not going to kill you. You're not going to put on loads of weight for eating this. I've had that before several times. It's easier to turn stuff down since my IBS diagnosis.
Yeah.
Because people, isn't it strange that you can say, "No, I don't want one because I'm on a diet," or "No, I don't want one because it upsets my tummy."
Yeah.
I get 2 different reactions.
Yeah.
Well, one is, "Come on.
Yeah.
It's only a bit of cake."
Yeah.
And the other is, "Oh, okay, yeah, we don't want to upset your tummy." It's that is a very different reaction. But yeah, it's been easier to turn stuff down.
Yeah.
Because I can just say I can't eat chocolate,
That's
which I can't.
Yeah.
Chocolate upsets my stomach.
We know that, yes.
But yeah, plenty of times in the past where people have questioned why I'm not eating what I used to.
Yeah. So you get sometimes comments like that.
Yeah.
With last question, Ash.
Okay.
Do you think, that's the one. Aside from the weight, what else have you lost in your fitness journey?
Ooh.
Told you.
What have I lost?
Because we spoke about what you've gained, confidence. Obviously, you've gained the strength. You feel better in your skin. So there's a plenty of positive changes. And that is a loss. So what have you lost?
I suppose I could look at it, slightly twist this and say I've lost that inner critic.
Yeah.
Mostly. I mean, it's still very, very quiet. It still exists. Sometimes it does come out, but I've largely lost an inner critic that's saying, the one that says, "Oh, well, what's the point? Because you've eaten a slice of cake today, so let's write the day off. Let's write the week off. Let's write the diet off completely. You're never going to be healthier." Blah blah blah. I'm not. I've lost the inner critic in myself, and I've lost that that negative relationship in terms of, like we said earlier, you've put on a pound, therefore you failed.
Mm.
You know,
so you've lost that mindset, isn't it? That unhelpful mindset, that the mindset that puts you down.
I've lost that. This is good food. This is bad food, and I've separated from the kind of guidance and learning that I brought with me from my Weight Watchers days, and I've instead gained a healthier perspective on things. I don't think I've had any negative, like truly negative losses that I can think of.
I think it's a tricky question. I think it wants to, I think like it's supposed to make you think of you losing something, but it can be a loss of the, as you just twisted it away. So
those are some really good questions.
Told you. We've got some clever members.
Very clever.
And I'm pretty sure they will reveal who put the questions out for you. Yeah. And then hopefully you'll be able to return the favor and get them some questions when they're going to be on the podcast episode. On the hot seat.
I'll be there like, what questions can I possibly ask?
That's it. All the spicy ones then.
Yes.
As a revenge.
So spicy.
Is there anything else Ashlea would want to say? Anything you would want to add? Anything you want to finish off with? Some statement to close our podcast episode today?
I'm just massively fangirling that I'm on the, not only am I on the Tuff Cookie podcast, I'm in the Tuff Cookie Turn Up Club studio, behind the scenes.
That's it.
So thank you, and just thank you for everything, and not just in a professional capacity, because we kind of spend time, just me and you, social and going for walks and stuff.
That's it, yes. We keep active to get outside as well.
Yeah, it's, you know, looking back all those years ago when I met you in the gym, did I think that I'd ever be here? No. But, you know, you have been a constant in my life, so thanks.
Oh, told you, don't make me cry. I'm the tough one.
Yes, you're a tough cookie.
Yeah, well, I'll take that. Thank you, Ash. Thank you very much for joining in today, for sharing your knowledge, your past journey, and all the things that helped you, because what helped you, I'm sure that will help as well the girls. And obviously all the insight deeper than just weight loss was like much appreciated, because this is something that sometimes we don't think of. And I feel like this is something which is the most important, because once you reconnect with all the things which are really important, it's so much easier to keep going when the things get tough as well. And you've done amazing progress, and I'm excited for you to build even more strength, lift heavier, and torment you even with even more spicy workouts in the future, like I said, and see you progressing. And thank you very much for being an amazing member, inspiring other girls in the club. You're always there, and I'm pretty sure everybody appreciates you.
You make me cry now.
No, we are not crying. So that's us for today. And we're going to say goodbye, and we will catch up probably maybe sometime in the future.
Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Have a good morning, afternoon, evening,
That's it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
That is my usual finisher of the podcast. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're going to listen to this one. And we're going to catch up on the next podcast episode. Bye.